and welcome back to my channel. It's Frances here, and I'm going to go through with you today how I plan a day at Disney. So I have an upcoming trip in April and I'm getting rather excited for it, and I like to plan each individual day and like to know what we're doing that day, whether it's actually set aside for something or just a free day and we can do what we want, when we want, as we want when we get there. But I like to plan, okay? I like to get the most out of this that I can, and I like to make sure I get all the dining reservations I want, do all the FastPasses I want, do everything I want to do. And if I plan, when I'm there, I can enjoy it and I know it's all been done. And I love planning, to be honest, and being organised. That's part of the fun for me, is planning it all. So the very first thing that I'll do is I'll make a Word document, and I'll insert a close for this so you can see it as well. But I'm just going to read it off my sheet so I can actually, explain it as I'm talking. So first of all, I'll make a Word document with 4 grids by like 3. So along the top row, I will write in the day, and then I have a separate column for each day that we're going to be there. The very first few things that I do when I'm starting to plan this trip is I need to look at what the opening times are for the parks, because obviously they vary from day to day and they will change. So I'll go through once it's available, and they're available to see within the amount of time before you go. I'll go down and I'll write in each day the park opening times for Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. I don't put in the water parks because they're the same every day and we're never there out of season when the water parks are shut anyway. So I'll go through and put all the hours in, including the extra magic hours, and I'll make a note of what the extra magic hours are. When I first start to plan, I generally avoid the extra magic hours to start with, because I feel like they draw more of a crowd. But if it ends up being a day where we're there and it's extra magic opening hours, I mean, we don't really normally wake up that early anyway, then so be it, we're there. But when I first start to plan, I like to plan it without including the extra magic hours, so we kind of avoid them basically. So once I've written down what the opening hours are, I'll start to do a rough guide as to where I want to be each day. So I'll go through and I'll pencil on each day where I'd like to be, including breaking up a bit with after a few days of doing a water park or a shopping day, or giving us a few days kind of chill days in between all the hectic big busy park days. Once that's done, I'll go through and I'll make a list of all the places that we want to eat whilst at this trip. All the Disney diner reservations, all the restaurants, anything where you need a reservation for, that's a table service dinner, I'll make a list of all the places I want to eat. This time I've tried to include some old favourites from last time and new ones as well, because I want to try some different things and try some new restaurants. Then when it is 180 days before your trip, you can start booking your dining reservations. I've made a video on all the dining reservations I've made so far. I'll link that below and you can check that out if you want to as well. But yeah, I'll go through and I'll start doing the dining reservations for each day. Then when the reservations become available that I can start to book 180 days in advance, I will kind of marry up the restaurant reservations that I want with the days where I'd like to be, and try and see basically if I can get a reservation for that day. So say for example we want to eat breakfast at Crystal Palace and it's going to be a Magic Kingdom day that I hope to be. Can I get a reservation for that day? Is that going to completely change our plans? I feel like if you don't want to eat at any of the restaurants, or you're not really bothered about the reservations, then you're free to kind of plan your days as and where you want. Dining reservations do restrict you a little bit if you don't want to be park hopping back and forth, which I certainly don't want to be unnecessarily. So if like I say, if it's a Crystal Palace character breakfast, then I probably want to spend the day at Magic Kingdom. So if I can't get that reservation for that morning, then that day will probably have to change. I might have to switch to another day where we would do something else instead and swap it around. Basically, I keep doing that until all the reservations that I want, I've got. Bear in mind the reservations and things still might change when we're there. Our plans might change, we might decide to do different things. But as it stands at the moment, that is where I'm at with the reservations. I've booked what I want to do, what I definitely want to do, and I've married that up with the days of where I'd like to be at that park. But like I said, it did change in the process whilst doing, if I couldn't get a reservation on a certain day, then that probably kind of meant that the whole day of where we're meant to be that day changes. I hope I'm explaining this right. It's really hard to explain actually when you try to explain what goes on in your thought process and in your mind of how you plan something. So this Word document, first off, when I print it out with just the dates on, it starts off being handwritten, and I write notes in there and things, and eventually it'll get typed up and it'll be all nice and neat until we're there, and I'll obviously start scribbling all over again. But it starts off neat. What I'll do is I'll take this then with us when we go to Florida. I won't take it in with me to the parks, but I kind of just keep it in the room. I know you can get access to park opening times on my Disney Experience app whilst you're there and things. I just personally like having that tool there in front of me when I'm working out our whereabouts, I like having a day-by-day schedule of where we're eating, what we're doing, and all the information that's on paper and, you know, in front of me, and not just on the app, because, you know, if Wi-Fi goes down or I can't get my phone to work or something, I might not be able to get onto the app, but I've always got my trusted paper copy with me. So in the middle box will be what we're doing that day. Is it Water Park, Blizzard Beach? Is it Animal Kingdom? Is it, you know, is it a split day? We're doing Magic Kingdom in the morning and going over to Hollywood Studios. All that information will be in the main square. Any particular fireworks we want to catch, any parades, and their timings as well. So we kind of, I know in the morning when we get to Magic Kingdom, for example, right, I want to catch this parade at 3 o'clock. So I've got a kind of a thought process of the day of that morning, so I know where we're at and kind of how to plan our day once we're there as well. What I've just started to do now, I still can't plan my fast passes yet. I've got to wait 60 days before we go, which isn't that long actually, but I've gone through and looked at all the fast pass options that there are and written down all the ones that I really want, so I can prioritize them when it comes to the fast pass booking. I can make sure I get them straight away, i.e. Frozen ride at Epcot. #1 priority. That was the first one I'll be going for. So I've made a note, obviously, on the day that we're at Epcot, that's the day I want to get fast passes for Frozen. So I know that, you know, as soon as they come available, I can say, right, for example, Friday the 21st, we're at Epcot, right, Frozen ride, fast pass straight away. Once we've finally got all the fast passes and they've all been selected, I will add them in to the middle row, and I'll write the times as well. So I'll write Seven Dwarfs Mine Train 11:05. I'll write all the fast passes in as well. I just like to have it on paper. I will use the app when I'm there, constantly changing things, but I just like to have it on paper, on a plan, in front of me. Yeah, it's just a thing about pen and paper, I don't know, it's different to technology. From this guide then, what I then will go through is I'll add up all the credits that we've used for the dining service, and then it will kind of give me an idea as if we're over or under and what I need to change from that. I think I'm 1 credit over at the moment with the plan that we've currently got. So I don't know yet. I've not decided what I'm going to forfeit or what we're going to do, if we're going to pay for one. I haven't decided yet. And then I also will do a little tally as well for Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And I'll do a little tally so I know that we're not spending too many days at one park or one at the other, just so I can, as I'm going through, I can remember at Magic Kingdom, we're there 3 times, Animal Kingdom, we're there twice, Epcot, we're there 3 times. Just so it's evenly spread and I don't end up with, without knowing, I've booked in loads of reservations for Magic Kingdom and it means we've got loads of days at Magic Kingdom. We, you know, want to spread it out a bit more. I hope that's been helpful for you in some way if you're planning your upcoming trip. That's just how I like to plan. Let me know if you've got any tips or hints or tricks as well of how you get a great planning process and what you do. I'd love to know. Please give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy these planning Disney videos. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any requests of anything that you want to see. I've got loads of ideas coming up, but I'd love to know what you want to see as well and what you're interested in. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to be vlogging my upcoming trip in April and May, so make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell to get notifications of when those vlogs come up. I have actually got a sneaky little trip. I say a little, it's quite a big trip before I go to Disney. So if you're interested in general travel vlogs in general, I'm giving a little bit of a hint. It's quite far away where I'm planning on going. So please do subscribe if you're generally interested in travel vlogs and seeing what I get up to on the other side of the world, Australia. Thanks so much for today guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!